Let me start by saying this is a different kind of testimonial because I'm not coming from a place of how you've made a difference for me directly. What I want to share is how you've made a difference for my family through the work that you did with my wife. Um, when COVID hit, now my wife is a very extroverted person, and when COVID hit, she had a really hard time because she just is energized around people, and now all of a sudden that's just taken off the plate. And so she really kind of struggled through COVID. And she's a teacher, so being away from her kids and her friends and her family was really difficult for her. And then on top, then after that, she had gotten a job that didn't work out well, and then she was just really struggling through all these different major life events. And right around the time that I had met Brad. And so we talked about possibly working together, and it was just, kind of sitting on the table. I was ready, we're kind of ready to take a leap, but we kind of weren't. And all of a sudden we get in a car accident. We get hit head on by another car, someone who had been drinking and did not have insurance, did not have a license, and it completely turned our lives upside down. For me, it was a fairly short amount of time because I wanted to heal fast. My wife got stuck in it because it brought back all of these years of this stuff, and so she started working with Brad right away. Um, I don't know what they did, so I can't share what that experience was like. She shared some of it with me, but I can tell you what was different after. Shortly after, the first couple of sessions, I noticed a little bit of a change, and then she had the hypnosis session that she was a little worried about, but afterwards, it was like I was married to a completely different person, and I'm talking like days after after their final session together. Um, you know, she was just in a better mood. She was happier. She was. We felt more connected. I felt like I was married. I had gotten remarried to the person that I met years earlier. She started working out. She started worrying about her health. Not worrying about her health, but being more concerned about her health. And she signed up with a health coach to work on her health. She started enjoying her job with her kids again at school, and all these things just started kind of coming. And she got past this accident that we had, this thing that was detrimental, at the time, that she was really, really struggling with. She was able to not just heal from it, but just kind of embrace it and accept it for what it was, and almost see it as a something positive that kind of like find the positivity in what had happened. And so as a result, I'm finding the two of us are much more on the same page. I'm leaving her notes every morning, not because I have to, but because I want to, because I feel like I'm engaged with this person that I've always loved my whole our whole relationship, but there have been moments of like where that like is missing, where that connection is missing, and we really kind of found that. And so I don't know a lot of what Brad did on those calls, but she has been through Tony Robbins, she's been through Landmark, she's read the books, she's gone to see people and talk to people to help her through some of this stuff. And she's had little bouts of success, but it was short-lived. This has been life-changing for not just her, but for me through my marriage and through our relationship and what it's meant for me. When you're around somebody that is, there's that saying that you're the equivalent of the people that you hang out with most. There's nobody on this planet I hang out with more than my family. And so when you have somebody in your family that is waking up and all smiles and feeling good and and is excited about her job and is excited to because she's making something healthy for dinner, you can't sit there with a bag of chips on your chest and a handful of M&Ms and just eating garbage and feeling terrible. And so it forces you to want to kind of keep up. And so I started going, I went back to the gym. I'm down about 10 pounds since she started. it's and I feel great, and so as like physically, which affects mentally, and so I've been doing a lot better as well, and just wanting to kind of, I don't want her feeling great and me feeling terrible. Like that's not going to work. I want to meet her where she is. The only weird thing of the whole thing is having to go to sleep at night listening to Brad talking to my wife in her in, in her meditation audio. But other than that, other than that, it's great. I just can't speak highly enough. Like and I've been a personal development junkie most of my life, and I've seen transformation. I've seen people, come out of seminars, but there's always like you're always peaked when you get out of that seminar, and then you kind of creep back down until you find the next big book, and then you creep back down until you go to the next seminar, and then you creep back down until you join the next mastermind. And so far, I mean, she's peaked, and we've had little, dips along the way, but she's still, just really embracing it and using those tools, whatever she's learned and whatever she's gotten from it. So it's made a lasting change, and I think that's really the word worth, emphasizing is lasting change, because anybody can make a change for a minute, but to be able to make that change for days, weeks, months, is where the rubber hits the road.